welcome back to the Eureka server. This is Thunderchild, and it's been a long time since I've recorded on here. I am currently on the rails, and I would do the F5 thing to introduce myself, but as you can see, that makes me feel like I'm going to have seizures. So, we're doing it this way instead. Right now, we are heading back to the hub. I'm going to just walk over to the mall. What I've done is I haven't opened a shop or anything, but what I've done is I've reinstalled Windows and done some other things to help speed up my computer some, because it's I don't know, the last while or so it's been really slow, and I think part of that had to do with the hard drive that I was loading Windows and games off of. And anyway, I found some fixes for that, and I'm using a different hard drive. But, and I'm using the old hard drive for basically data. And anyway, I wanted to show you the improvements, speed-wise anyway, of playing Minecraft. And what better place to do that than the mall? That's the place where I have always had a hard time. I've always gotten like somewhere in between 20 and 14 frames per second at the mall. I mean, it's not the absolutely worst thing, but where everywhere else you get like 60 frames, it's kind of annoying. Anyway, this is we're almost to the end of this track. Don't you worry. This isn't one of those tracks that goes on for hours and hours. It's just a couple minutes. That's all. But some other stuff I've done. I'll just do a quick thought about that. Some other stuff I've done is I finally worked on that mob spawner I talked about a long time ago. It's been months and months and months, and I finally did something about it. So we will see that pretty soon. But I wanted to show you the frames thing first, because I'm excited. I feel like my computer's been giving slightly new life. So let's hop on over to the mall and maybe kill a zombie or two on the way. I don't, so this is the first time I've recorded since I've reinstalled everything. I don't know how the sound is, or if the video output's going to be alright. I don't exactly remember the settings I had the video recorder set to, the screen capture set to. And anyway, here we are approaching the mall, and I am getting a drop in frame from 60 down to 30. But 30 is a lot better than 14. I mean, 30 is probably what this video is viewed in on YouTube. I don't know. I'm not really that knowledgeable about YouTube. What though? Rapidash, why are you out of your pen? Uh-oh. Miltank. What happened to the Pokemon store? Torchic. Gasp. It's gone. Yeah. Well, because I have finished the mob spawner, I've been thinking about opening a store. The problem is I don't really play enough on the server to... I don't know, I feel like I don't play enough on the server that I'd keep it stocked very well. And, I don't know, if I opened a store, if I took, space up in the mall, I think I'd want to keep stuff stocked. Now, about the spawner, it's not the fastest thing in the world, especially when other people are on, but that's because, I believe... And I could totally be wrong on this. I believe that there's like a certain number of mobs that can be in be alive on a server, and hostile mobs. I just heard a sheep baa, and I thought, well, there doesn't seem to be a limit of those. I'm not going to take the tracks back home because that is a little bit slower, and I'm really bad at finding this spot. Okay, here we go. We're just going to go to the end and hop through the portals to get back home. But anyway, as I was saying, I think there's a limited number of hostile mobs that can be on a server at the same time, and when you have multiple people on, I could be wrong, at least this is the way it used to work. When you have multiple people on, then the mobs kind of get split between the different people who are on. And here I am in the end, and we still have the problem where you instantly become really hungry. And I think it may be... no, maybe not. I have no idea why. I thought maybe it was because of a large change in the XYZ coordinate system, but spawn's pretty much at 0, 0, and I don't think it was that far away. Oh, whatever the reason, we still have that going on. It's a button. Okay, so shoop. Dang it, my bed didn't work. Okay, I'm just gonna go the old-fashioned way back home. I'll see you in a second. And we're back. I am still here at my nether portal, but instead of going through it, I'm just going to take you straight to the spawner. Now, keep in mind that this is old technology, and I did cut a few corners, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Hello. I'm really bad at pronouncing things. But, anyway. Oh, I'm gonna turn this sound down. I'm just gonna... There we go. Now I can think a little bit. Oh, that's not the plot. Okay, so what we have here is... spawning platforms with trapdoors on the edge. It's fairly common for mob spawners type, and we are really quite high up in the sky. That way mobs don't spawn down there because they spawn within a certain radius of the character, and we are giving them room to spawn up there. And now that there are 5 people on, this will take some time, but the current setup I have is... oh, one person left. The current setup I have... oh, that probably won't get picked up. But this is half slabs, and then these minecarts with hoppers go back and forth under the half slabs so that they can pick up the item, because the item falls in the square above the hopper, or minecart with hopper. It can actually be... so throw some torches. Now, this isn't the fastest way, but because the items are in the block, since it only has the bottom half of the block here, since the items are in the block above the hoppers, they get picked up, and I have these set so that when they get to the end here, they'll drop items in this line of hoppers. And see, we're starting to get torches, and it'll probably be a while because the system is pretty slow at delivering items. Each time the minecarts hit the end there, I think there's only time to drop one item, and you know, that's okay because the overall system's not that fast. I mean, things don't spawn that fast up there. I think I have three layers of spawn platforms right now, and I have room to add another 4 if I want to. Some of the problem is that there's mobs that have, you know, armor on or extra protection don't die. Witches will die, I think, I want to say half the time, maybe not all the time. I mean, definitely not all the time. And Endermen obviously don't die from the system because they have more health. I think the drop is something like 25 blocks. Anyway, you may have noticed glowstone here, and that's to believe it or not, it's not for this layer, it's for the layer down here. I kept having spiders spawn in here, and I didn't want them to interrupt the minecarts that were going around and picking up stuff. But I don't know, I feel like the glowstone's kind of a cop-out because it's not perfect if an item does happen to fall on top of the glowstone and won't get picked up by the hoppers. That's why I placed these glowstone things as directly under the spawning platforms as I could. That way, you know, since they can't fall hopefully straight down, they'll fall a little bit to the side of the glowstone. Hey, Deft. Man, people are just hopping on and off. This is a hopping time. It's, I don't know, just after 3 p.m. here? Maybe 3:30? But I guess that for the East Coast is after 5. See, here are those torches I threw and gold helmet and stuff. Like I said, this isn't the fastest system, but can AFK here for a while and get stuff. The only time I would AFK on a server is if it was at a time where like there weren't people on, so I wouldn't do it now. But there's a possibility that I might do it during the night at some time. Anyway, this is how I got up there. I built this whole thing. Actually, it was a staircase that just went around in a circle, and then I changed it to a ladder. And actually, after I got the whole thing built is when I did the portal thing. I probably should have done that earlier, but that's okay. That's a chest down there. It's not a pig or something. Oh, fun times. I'm gonna run through the darkness back to my base. I just wanted to show you. It's not that far away from my base. I don't really like building stuff next to my base because then my base gets too busy. And I don't know, maybe I should, but yeah, I don't know. That was kind of weird. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to get used to using ender pearls. I've never really used that as a real means of travel. But I don't know, it's something. You can see the corner of my building. I don't know, maybe you can't. There's the corner of my building clear over there. I mean, not clear, it's within render distance, which I think is set at 12 chunks right now. I don't know, it's because I have the same problem that everybody else has when they try to increase their render distance. Or not. Before I tried that when I was up on the spawn platform area, and it totally wigged out on me. I bet I can show you how it wigs out. Let's just up that. Or not. Of course, when you're recording, either A, it does what you want it to do, or B, it doesn't do what you want it to, and usually it's B. Well, I've never had my render distance up this high before, but I seem to be getting pretty stable frame rates, so that's a good sign. Let me get on top of something. And we can see if this render distance is really half of what it's cracked up to be. That one. You know, part of me hates that these music discs are all you find in dungeons, only those 2 music discs, and the other part of me just can't seem to throw those away. I don't need 5 copies of those same music discs. really doesn't feel like I'm on top enough to really see stuff. Yeah, there we go. Either A, the world is still loading, which is possible, but I think the server has a distance cap, which is probably a good thing. That way I'm not taking up like 4 times the amount of server time that everybody else, wants / everybody else is. All right, see ya, Gabe. Gabe is Canadian. Although, if you've seen this, you probably know that, because you've probably watched some of his stuff. It's, yeah, whee! I noticed that if you push the jump, hold down jump when you jump on one of these, if you're jumping off something high, your jump is totally nerfed. Let's do that one more time. Oh, I am getting less frames now. I'm gonna switch the render distance back. Is that 12? That's been doing just fine for me. I'm not too picky. Alright. So, holding down the space bar gets you no jump at all. I should really remove this little farm. Anyway, the big thing I wanted to show you was that mob farm mob spawn thing, and I'll tell you what, that took a ton of cobblestone. I think this chest was about half full, and I'd used that double chest full, that double chest full, that double chest full, that double chest full, and part of this double chest for all the stone I used. Look, I have slime blocks. I really want to do something with slime blocks, and I'm thinking of a game, and the only problem with that is I'm not really in much contact with the other people who play on the server. So if I made a game and I want it to get played, then maybe this isn't, I don't know. I do wonder. This server's been running a really long time, like a year and some. And I think I've been around for about half that. I mean, a year or so for this, just a year and a few months, just for this, how you say, this this world. The server's been around longer than that, but I've been around for half of this world, and, I don't know. I feel like I'm ready for, I mean, I don't know. So I did this earlier, and it still didn't save my spawn point. But, as mentioned about the server, I don't know if anyone who's watching this is in charge of the server, but I really like this server. And part of me likes new beginnings, so I like resets, but the other part of me loves how old the server is, because I hardly ever get this many builds on a server or a world before I give up on it. That's, I know, sad, but it's the truth. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I have mumbled far, far too long. If there's anything you'd like to see, or anything you'd like me to explain more about the spawn farm thingamabob, just let me know. The reason I used rails and hopper carts was because there is no way I could get the iron for that many hoppers. It's something like 35 by 35. I may be wrong, but that is a heck of a lot of iron. And that's, 5 iron per square is probably a bit of a high price to pay. So that's where I cut some corners, as I use those rails instead of hoppers everywhere. Anyway, that also changed from just being iron to iron and gold, which I, have some of both of those resources, but I did have to come over here and farm a couple of stacks of gold ingots. Thanks for watching. As always, have a good day. As soon as I kill this last zombie. Okay. And by zombie, I obviously mean skeleton, because my brain works correctly. Thank you. Bye.